Hello again, this is John Wild, here to give you another look at vintage action figures. Today we'll be looking at Remco's Sgt Rock from 1981. Are Sgt Rock action figures a knockoff of Hasbro's G.I. Joe? The answer is no. These figures were produced in the early years of the reboot of the 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. They were a unique comic book driven toy line to cash in on G.I. Joe's popularity. Sergeant Frank John Rock is a fictional character appearing in DC Comics. Sgt Rock first appeared in Our Army at War number 83, June 1959, and was created by Robert Kangler and Joe Kubert. The character is a World War II veteran who served as an infantry non-commissioned officer. In the comic books, Sgt Rock usually fought the Axis powers, primarily the Germans. He led the Easy Company into battle in every major conflict in Europe during World War II. A line of 3 3/4 inch action figures bearing the Sgt Rock name was released in 1983 by Remco Toys. The figures had little resemblance to the World War II characters from the comic books, with the exception of Sgt Rock. Most of the figures were released under generic names, simply as Marine, Ranger, and Medic. The reoccurring characters of the Sgt Rock's Easy Company in DC Comics did not appear. These U.S. troops had Vietnam-era equipment and helmets, helmet covers, and berets, which were collectively referred to as the Tough Action Soldiers. Enemy soldiers, called the bad guys, were simply toys produced from the same molds used to make the U.S. soldiers, painted black with blue helmets. Each figure came with a plastic dog tag on which children could ink their name and rank. A serial number was printed on a paper sticker affixed to the plastic tag. Playsets included plastic machine guns and mortar bunkers, LEM command vehicles, Ford Recon Post, River Command Patrol, and Action Play Case. Despite the fact that Sgt Rock comic books took place in World War II, Remco included noticeable post-war items. Among them were the M16 assault rifles and helicopter gunships. Some Sgt Rock accessories and vehicles would later be recolored and reused by Remco for their American Defense series, such as the attack helicopter, Jeep, and a modified version of the river raft. A vinyl play case, similar to Remco's Mini Monsters play case, was produced for your Sgt Rock figures to interact with. The quality of these toys was very low. Soft plastic was used, and joints had limited movement, especially compared to the much superior G.I. Joe line of 3 3/4 inch action figures. Let's get a closer look at the Sgt Rock Tough Action Soldier on card. And now the back. And now a loose Sgt Rock figure. Sgt Rock action figures were the toys that were received on our birthdays from friends or families that mistake them for our request for G.I. Joes. These figures cost less than Hasbro's G.I. Joes, so many times it was a cost-conscious gift also. Limited articulation and horrible arm poses make the Sgt Rock toys less desirable. The cheap plastic and the bad paint jobs don't help either. But as I have collected my fill of G.I. Joes, I am drawn back to my unwanted Sgt Rock toys of my youth. Is Sgt Rock a G.I. Joe knockoff? I don't think so. I would like to thank you for watching this video, and comments and questions are always welcome. Please like and subscribe to catch my latest uploads. And until next time,